Welcome back. If you're just joining us, you're watching the news at 10 live on Channels Television. A reminder of our major stories. Acting Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Ibrahim Mohammed, swears in 250 members of the 2019 Election Petition Tribunal, challenges them to protect integrity of the bar and the bench. More reactions trail suspension of Justice Walter Ogun as Chief Justice of Nigeria as opposition PDPs suspends presidential campaign for 72 hours in protest. Senate to reconvene on Tuesday to discuss the suspension of Justice Ogun as National Assembly leadership meet tomorrow over the matter. And European leaders ask Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro to call elections within 8 days or face official recognition of the country's opposition. TV.com has some more information for you, and go to youtube.com/channelsweb to see our videos. Watch us on your mobile device via your browser or download the Channels TV app for Android and iOS devices from their respective stores. And besides giving you access to news updates on the go, the Channels TV and Channels 24 app has an eyewitness feature, so you can use it to share pictures, videos, or news of happenings around you. Just install the app, then tap and swipe to reveal the menu and follow the instructions. We're still talking politics. The All Progressives Grand Alliance, APGA, moved to Idemili North and several local government areas in Anambra State to canvass for votes. At a rally in Idemili North, Governor Willie Obiano asked party supporters to turn out en masse to vote for APGA candidates in the House of Representatives and senatorial elections.
Excitement rents the air as Governor Willie Obiano arrives at St. Alphonsus Catholic Church Field in Idemili North local government area of Anambra State. He's here to canvass support for the candidates of the All Progressives Grand Alliance, APGA, who are contesting for seats in the national and state assemblies.
The governor is doing fantastically well, and we can testify to that. Among other things, the night and the weekend economy back in Anambra State. People of Idemili for the great support you gave me during my election and for the 21/21 victory. You were a major part of that victory. And I'm here again to ask you to support all our candidates from top to bottom.
As APGA flag flies high in the hands of candidates in Idemili North, the train departs to Idemili South Local Government Area Secretariat in Ojoto, where another impressive turnout of party members from the 12 wards still affirm that there is no vacancy for opposition parties in the area.
APGA has possessed Anambra State since 2006. How many years now? 12 years going to 13 without break.
The governor notes that there are 306 polling units in the Idemili North and South Council areas and tasked them to make it happen again before handing the flag to the State Assembly candidates to go and conquer.
Idemili South, who will deliver to deliver. Deliver to do what? You have deliver to, so you must ensure that you deliver.
Ihiala is the local government with the highest voting capacity in Anambra South Senatorial Zone, with 20 wards and 2 state constituencies.
From Anambra State, we move further south to River State, where the governor, Nyesom Wike, is asking those allegedly planning to unleash violence in his state to have a rethink because it may be a case of self-inflicted injury. The governor will continue his statewide campaign in Buguma, in Asarito local government area, believes that Nigerians will do well to spot the difference between candidates contesting the presidential election and vote wisely. He also asked the crowd to translate their huge numbers to vote on election day.
Now, look at the heads. Young boys and girls, no job. Are you happy that there was no job? No. Are you happy? No. Is it because you are lazy? No. Is it because you are lazy? No. Is it not because our leadership cannot run our economy? Yeah, for economy to create jobs. Yes, so investors to come in. Yes, so Article knows about job creation. Now, so Article knows about employment. Now, so all his plans, what he does is about employment and job creation. The hunger is too much. The man said, "No, give another 4 years." We are already hungry. Won't give another 4 years? Not the debt, now that.
Political campaigns and strategies are in full swing across the country, and the story is no different in Ogun State, where the Allied People's Movement, APM, has been traveling from ward to ward. They say they are asking not only for votes, but also looking at the situation in the communities that they have been visiting. The party says its approach is working and already making their political rivals nervous.
It's often said that government is a continuum, and the Ogun State governorship candidate of the Allied People's Movement, APM, Mr. Akinlade, is building his campaign messages on this principle as he continues his direct engagement with the people, this time in Obafemi Owode local government area of the state.
We can see evidence. Yes, we have not finished this.
Mr. Akinlade, who believes the Ibekunle Amosu government means well for the people, promises to build on the legacy.
What I'm assuring you, the vision is one, the strategy is one, and our determination to move Ogun State forward, to make it a better state for our people, to make our state, a better environment for our people to live in, is one. I'm also administration my end 29th of May, and by God's grace and your support, mine will be starting 29th of May 2019.
The party's candidates for the House of Representatives and House of Assembly seats also canvass support for the governorship candidate.
This is the man that will put the heart of governance into auto drive.
For the APM's governorship candidate, his approach is working and already unsettling political rivals.
They are desperate now. They thought it was too short a time. One of them is asking the Fua, not to tell them what you want. One of them is a shape, because you want me. If I don't know about you, I see what's the matter.
As Mr. Akinlade continues his ward-to-ward campaign in Ogun State, his party believes its messages will translate into votes for the APM in the coming elections.
The chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, that's Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, says the commission will study the two court judgments regarding the APC in Zamfara State regarding their participation in the 2019 general elections before taking any action. Professor Yakubu told journalists in Abuja that INEC will always obey court orders. Our correspondent Linda Akiwe reports.
It's 20 days to the 2019 general elections, beginning with the presidential and National Assembly elections on February 16. Electoral body INEC is at the center of preparations for the elections, and many have questioned the extent of its preparedness. Some Nigerians have complained of being disenfranchised in the coming elections because of their inability to collect their permanent voters' cards for the elections.
Which one of the candidates?
INEC chairman says he's mindful of these concerns and explains what the commission is doing to address this challenge.
I must also admit that because we printed over 14 million cards, some of the new registrants complained that their cards were not available, even though their names are on the voters register. We made contingency arrangements in case there are citizens in that category to speedily print the cards and make them available for collection before February the 8th. We have done so nationwide.
The insecurity in the northern part of the country, which appeared to be contained in northeast during the last elections, has unfortunately spread to the middle belt and northwest, and this presents an additional challenge for INEC to conduct elections in these troubled areas.
We have identified 15 states where such exists, and we have developed the framework for IDP voting, and we validated that framework with the full participation of stakeholders. So for those who are displaced in a particular state and they are registered in that state, they will vote in all elections. But for citizens of a particular state who are in displaced persons camps in another state, they can only vote in a presidential election because it is easier for us to manage a national constituency than to determine for those who vote in states other than their own for the smaller elections.
Professor Yakubu also speaks on the conflicting court judgments on the fielding of APC candidates for elections in Zamfara State.
What is interesting about Zamfara is we have always operated on the principle that if courts of coordinate jurisdiction make a contradictory pronouncement on the same subject, we'll obey the latest in time. But in the case of Zamfara, the two judgments were delivered the same day. So they are within the same time frame. But we'll see once we study the full judgments and the reasoning, we will take a decision. We'll always obey court orders.
The INEC chairman has also disclosed that the commission has registered about 14.3 million new voters in its continuous voters registration exercise held between April 27 and August 31st, 2018, bringing the total number of voters for the 2019 elections to 84.004 million. Linda Akibe, Channels Television News.
When the news at 10 returns, investors stay cautious on financial markets following the suspension and replacement of the embattled Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Walter Ogun. That's on British News. Join us again.